Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in. This is Ingrid Karazinger with the Positive Impact Project. I am here today with Zada Rena, who is going to be talking to us a little bit about her life and her work in the holistic field. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
If you have any questions for Zada, just let us know. You can type them in there and we'll see if we can get the answers for you. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Okay. So I am a holistic empowerment consultant, and what that is I just try to lead a life by empowering and by example, so that I can help and coach others to lead an empowerment life and kind of help them manifest the life that they're wanting to have. And whether that be in nutrition, anything holistic, body work, I've been doing that for 14 years, wellness, business coaching, and the holistic field.
Great. And you do a lot of different things, don't you?
I do a lot of different things. It has added over the years, and it's very much grown.
And you're also a massage therapist,
I am a
right?
massage therapist.
And you have the apothecary.
And I have the apothecary. So I guess my backstory started with Natural Gifts Holistic Center, and I grew kind of out of that. And so now my partner and I started Dolabella Group, which is a family apothecary.
Great.
And so we do all of our services there, and then all of our products and stuff.
So tell us a little bit about, did you wake up one day and just say, I want this lifestyle? I mean, how did it all start for you?
So it actually started as a joke.
Okay, I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
Which, most people have that enlightening moment, and they're like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. Their angels talk to them, and they're like...
The cloud parts.
The cloud parts. Mine was, I was in high school, and I wanted to work with kids with special needs. And I knew that. I knew that that was my passion. That's where I was supposed to be. But I knew I didn't want to be a teacher. And so... I did it all through high school as an assistant, and they just said, even though it's a great thing and the reward is wonderful, it's always good to have a backup plan because you just get burned out. And so my really good friend at the time, I stayed a lot at his house, and he's gay, which that doesn't matter, but it always makes the story better because I was 17 staying at a guy's house.
Oh.
So, just through general back rubs and a few beers or whatnot, and he was like, hey, you should go to school for massage. And I was like, okay. So that's how it started. My mom was a hairdresser, so it wasn't like that far-fetched to go to trade school versus college. Mm-hmm. And then I thought, well, this could be my backup plan. I'll go to college, get my degree, and massage on the side. And so it kind of started that way, and I did it for a little bit, and realized college wasn't for me at the time. And so I just jumped right into massage at 17. And I'm now
That's
31.
Great.
So
that's great. Well, it obviously stuck.
It stuck. It took a few years. It did take a few years. And probably about 2004, 2005, I really found the passion in it, And then it just grew from there. Like one day, so I grew up Southern Baptist. And so everything to me was witchy, and you can't do this, even essential oils, and I'm like huge into essential oils now.
What's that smell? It smells like witches in here.
Yes.
I love that.
Exactly. The funny thing is now I'm pagan, so imagine that. But so one day I was working, and the lady next to me was like, hey, you should go take this class, I'm about to move out. And so she did reflexology, and I was like,
People have a lot of great suggestions for you.
Everybody tells me what to do, right?
I love that. I love that.
So I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll go check it out, and just see what this lady's teaching. So to back up, years prior to that, I worked for a place, and I had this client, and she would always tell me, my mom teaches continuing education, and I was... you're like, oh, okay, that's awesome, that's nice, thank you, And every time she'd come in, I'd be like, oh, how's your mom, And so the lady that did reflexology, she's like, if you'll go learn some of these classes, my clients will come to you. In the meantime, I had a client that said, not knowing this, she said, if you'll find somebody to teach you reflexology, I'll pay for your course.
Hey, that
so
sounds like a good deal.
Okay,
Sign me up.
All right, let me go find this lady and let me see what it's all about. So this was the time when we had the hurricanes. Mm-hmm. And so this lady, Patricia McPherson, she was offering like this killer deal. I think it was like $10 a class or something like that. And it was for a series of things like chakra balancing, Indian head massage, raindrop therapy, and so all these techniques. And her idea was, we have this chaos going on. Let me teach you how to heal so that you can heal others during this chaos. And so I went, and this was like the first time it was like, there's a whole nother world out there that, you know, I'm not privy to, you know? Well, she starts talking and I hear her accent and I'm like, I feel like I know this lady. Well, it ends up that it was my client's mom.
Oh.
From years prior, and
Okay.
I had just kind of, you know, put her in the background and never thought about her.
That's pretty cool.
So that was like my first eye-opening to chakras and, you know, anything that was outside of just your Swedish deep tissue, kill you massage.
Rolfing.
Yeah, rolfing, the whole 9 yards.
Well, so you fell down that rabbit hole and you just...
I fell down the rabbit
just
hole.
kept tumbling.
Big time. So from there, I went into nutrition and got a nutritional consultant. And then I finished my reflexology. So I'm internationally certified in reflexology, so I can work in multiple different countries. And then I went on to do some doula training, so I can also work with women during their pregnancy and, you know, do the reflexology during their pregnancy, infertility, all the way through, you know, labor stalled. And then I'm currently trying to work towards my PhD in natural medicine.
Great.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
if anybody needs to know anything, Zada's here.
Yes.
About anything, apparently.
Yeah.
But that's wonderful. And so all of the things that you discovered and learned about, you just really dove in and took it all the way.
I tried to, yeah. And then I just try to put it all together, you know, in a treatment plan, whether that be life coaching and we'll bring in the wellness to help you through life, or the business consulting. I business consult with several people in the holistic field because, you know, they're trying to get their businesses up and going. And I mean, the whole goal of a life coach is just to be a few steps ahead of you, right? So that you don't fall down the same troubles that I fell down.
Well, yeah, I was going to ask if you have any advice for somebody who is on that path, searching right now, maybe trying to understand what they should be doing. What you would suggest they do, like a first step that helped you along your path.
Listen to what other people are telling you, you know, because obviously I think your friends and family know you best sometimes, and they're seeing something that maybe you didn't know that you had, you know. Mm-hmm. So, and then just find what you're passionate about. What could you do for free and not get any money and still enjoy doing it? You know?
That's a great...
To me, massage doesn't even work, you know. My partner, he's always like, you work all the time, and I'm like, but I don't see it as work, you know, because I love it, you know. I love being in the apothecary, I love making teas, and I love having people over, and I love doing events, and I love doing my clients. So it's like, when he says you're working all the time, I have to like, oh yeah, that is work.
How great is that though? I mean, I'm like that too. I love waking up in the morning, and I'm busy all the time, but it doesn't feel like work.
It doesn't feel like it, right?
It's like I just have a busy life, but it's great.
Yeah, so when I'm talking to somebody and they don't know what to do, I'm like, well, what do you do on a daily basis that you don't get paid for? You know, and let's see if we can expand that. And sometimes it's, you know, I have people that make tinctures and they just love to make tinctures for their family. Well, let's move in that direction. Or, you know, jewelry. Oh, I love to make jewelry, or I love to paint. Okay, well, can we move that into some kind of business, you know?
That's great.
Yeah.
I knew this lady who was an artist. She went to school for art school, but she ended up realizing she wanted to create a center for artists.
Nice.
So even though she was a very talented artist, this is in Ashland, Oregon, she started this Ashland Art Center, and it's blown up. It's huge now. But it was like she was just passionate about helping other artists.
Yeah. So
sometimes it's not always the first thing that you see, right?
Right, exactly.
It can go in a whole different direction, but you have to still follow that.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
So I think that's really exciting, and it sounds like you really listened, whether it was spirit talking through someone else or to you.
Absolutely.
You're really following your intuition.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing right now. Is there anything, events going on that people should know about?
Well, we're doing lots of events at the center. So tomorrow, in fact, I have a vegan, gluten-free, mostly grain-free cooking class. and it is Mexican inspired. So we're gonna do like a vegan queso. I'm making grain-free tortillas, rice made with cauliflower. So, yeah, I mean, I live my life. I mean, I'm not perfect. You know, I have my slip-ups and whatnot.
You're a human?
I'm a human. I'm a human.
No!
I know, right?
A human on here.
But, you know, for the most part, I live a plant-based, vegan, grain-free lifestyle. And so I like to share that it's possible, you know, that it can be done. And so last month we did a basics class on just things that you could buy at the store that you don't have to think outside the box and be like, oh my God, I don't know how to cook, you know, what am I going to do? And, you know, it's possible just to even make some switches.
Yeah, since I became vegan, gluten-free, I would say that it wasn't about what am I not eating. It's really about, oh my God, look at all these amazing new foods.
Yes, you know.
I never even heard about this, and it's delicious.
Right? And so like last night I did a quick cook. Well, not quick, it was not quick at all, but
sometimes it takes effort though.
Yes. But I cooked everything so that I could take pictures for the recipes for tomorrow. And we sat down and Tad was like, everything is so flavorful. And he was like, with meat, a lot of times, and it's been like 10 years since I've had meat, but he said, you know, with meat, a lot of times the dishes taste the same, but everything had its own unique flavor, and spices were coming out, and he's like, you don't have to be vegan to enjoy this, you know? And I try to make everything, you know, somewhat healthy, because you can be an unhealthy vegan.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
Oreos
true.
are vegan. So
that's funny. I've never liked Oreos, but I know some people are obsessed with them.
Yeah. So yeah,
that's great.
So that's really what's going on right now.
Okay, and then do you have you have a website, ZadaRena.com. ZadaRena.com, and then did you have another website too? For...
Oh yeah, we have dolabellagroup.com, and that's our partnership business, and I fall under that.
Great. So tell us, moving forward, I mean, is there something wonderful that you have planned for yourself, or some bigger picture that you see, or is everything going exactly how you planned it right now?
I think in a way it's going as planned, but I see it on a bigger scale. So, you know, I started with massage, and so I still have a lot of massage clients, and I specialize in pain management, and especially in the hips and the neck, and I work those areas that a lot of therapists won't work. So, you know, I always joke, and I'm like, I'm 2 steps from your hoo-ha, you know, because it's like there's muscles right there, and you have to get them, and just doing a lot of neck work that, you know, a lot of people won't do. So I do a lot of that. But my ultimate goal is to help on the overall wellness plan, you know, and just have massage be in the toolbox. So I sit down with you and I have a questionnaire that we fill out for vitamin deficiencies and, you know, what are your nutrition goals? What are your life goals? And so I just see that like on a bigger scale and spectrum of, you know, ultimately, hopefully one day being able to do lab work and all that. And just watching the center grow. You know, right now we have several people offering classes with us. You know, Tad does planetary magic classes and astrology classes, and we have a lady, Mama B, that comes in and teaches us how to make kombucha and do women empowerment stuff like vaginal steams. And then we also have Water Blue Readings, who does tarot readings with us, and Rocky, who does crystal stone gridding with us, and so we just have
got a nice family.
Yeah. So, you know, we're always looking to grow it and just kind of see where it goes.
So Marcus's amazing place and community, Center's energy is epic. Thank you, Marco.
Hi, Marco.
And tell them again what's your center's name. And
our center is Dolabella Group, and we are located on the northwest side. We are based out of our home, and so we are off of Beltway between 45 and 249.
Great.
Yeah.
So, and they can find that on the website
Absolutely. On the website and Facebook, and we sell a variety of herbs. I think we have over 42 herbs at the moment, and like 15 teas, and then smudge sticks, incense, pendulums.
So, you brought some here today, and I think we should pull them out.
Okay.
So, first of all, really love these incense. Now, tell me what these are called.
I gave you a variety. I don't know
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know which ones I gave you. I gave you frankincense and myrrh, Kama Sutra, sun. I may have grabbed a few others.
They just smell amazing. And then we have the sage, which is Wonderful. And then there's a couple teas. So if you can see, there's it's a little blurry when I pull up,
That's
but
okay.
it's
That one's the 21st century.
and Dawn
Dawn
Chorus
Chorus.
tea,
So they're
and
drinking
these
Dawn.
are smelling really good too. So you guys should stop by there and check it out, and get yourself some of this tea, or I'm gonna drink it all myself.
And they're all fresh
so.
and organic. And yeah.
Wonderful. It sounds like a place to get some healthy
Absolutely.
alternatives.
So.
So is there anything that you would recommend? I know a lot of people that I talk to, a lot of clients that have, physical or chronic illness, pains, and they don't always know where to go. There's a lot of options for
absolutely.
physical pain. What kind of thing would you have or recommend?
Sure. So actually I have two things I can recommend for you. First is I always recommend a 90-minute free consult.
Mm-hmm.
We just sit down and see where you're at. What are your aches and pains? And, why do you think they're coming to you? And then there's always a great book that I recommend too. It's called Feelings Buried Alive, Never Die. And it talks about how your emotions get locked into your body in different parts. And so if your knees are bothering you, it's actually you're having trouble moving forward in life. And if your teeth are bothering you, then you're having trouble making decisions in life. And I think it gives you just a great perspective of what's going on in life and
The correlation.
a correlation of what's going on. So then we can also help physically, what can we do for those things,
Okay.
And then if you're feeling stuck in life and just not sure where to go or how to move forward, I always like craniosacral as a base, because it works the physical and the mental and the spiritual and the emotional. And so craniosacral it physically works with the spinal fluid that's running on the spine. And so it runs in a wave-like pattern. And so craniosacral work, you're energetically tapping into that rhythm that your body's producing. And so physically, your body will start to shift. So if you're having aches and pains, your jaw can go back into line, or your hips can go back into line, and you'll start to feel like these subtle little movements. Or if you're having headaches, And then emotionally, we hold our emotions into ourselves. And so we get what we call like emotional cysts, and they build up in our spine area. And energetically, you'll start to release those, so you'll have big breakthroughs. And you can hold emotions all the way back from when you were in the womb. So from your mother, so think about how much you're probably holding on.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, right? And then as of any kind of energy work, you're just letting go and releasing and healing. So I think it's always a great place to start, because it helps open you up for new information and kind of get you in a nice calm space to receive.
Great. I feel calmer just listening to you talk about it.
Thank you.
You have a calming vibe.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. And, those viewing, if you have any questions or want to know more, 90-minute free consult, that's pretty intense and awesome. So, what do you have to lose? That's pretty
Absolutely.
great. So, thanks again for coming on our show.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you all for watching today. And we hope that you enjoy your weekend. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Bye. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.